James, hello again. Hello, everyone, to
Hello.
another edition of the UCF Twitter Mafia. I know it's not the selection show. Don't give me crap. I was too lazy to change the opening animation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, James.
Yeah, I was complaining about 10 seconds ago, but Steven told me, you know what?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
I just feel like the motto of our show is that we don't care,
That's not
which
the reason
is
we did this.
hilarious. Yeah.
Pretty sure the only reason we created this show was just to piss off the internet.
Yeah, which is very on brand for the Mafia. So, James, just give us some opening thoughts here real quick. Tell us how you're doing as the host of our show, and fill us in from what we've missed over the last couple of days.
Well, it's been rather exhausting, to be quite frank. You'd be surprised how demanding it is to actually keep up with the bracket. Steven does a great job with the broadcast, but getting everything updated, getting constantly berated and screamed at. My wife, I think, has threatened to have me sleep in a different room multiple times. I have been known to completely tune out conversations because my phone is just off the hook. I feel like Adam Schefter for the first time in my life. I'm guessing this is what it's like to be Shefty. But bracket's been great following coming from it. People seem to be excited. I think one of my favorite things that we talked about day one was like the whole purpose of this bracket was to bring the UCF fandom together and give us like a fun opportunity to interact with each other. And I think it's doing just that.
Yeah, we put all these work in, and then luckily we have our good friends like Cass to bust our balls about dressing down. I've been on a plane all day, Cass. Like, give us a break here. Come on, man. It's casual. It's cash wins. It's cash Sweet 16.
I have no excuse. I literally just put on a hoodie because it was the first UCF thing I saw. I don't even know where my jacket is right now.
Well, we have some fun guests for the show today. We're also going to go through just some of the live results now, since we're actually in the mix. We had some big upsets. We have some really strong Twitter game from this so far. I mean the memes have been on fire. It's probably some of the most fun I've had on Twitter in like a really, really long time. So that's been a lot of fun. We also have some people tuning in that maybe a little bit disappointed in their performance. UCF Jag was beat by an account that never even promoted the tourney. Do better then, man. I mean, we're gonna get Trevor Lawrence, and you're mailing it in this bracket. That's not acceptable, Dalton.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, he got a butt whooping, but it was a decent run. To be honest, I love Dalton, but I expected him to be out round one. So the fact that he got to round two by the skin of his teeth was rather impressive. Looking at the analytics, with the bench that he has, I didn't
peripherals. Yes,
I didn't expect anything more than a first round exit. So he exceeded my expectations.
So we actually have our guest coming in now. Our first guest is an awesome surprise. Maybe not awesome. I think we're going to get some flack for this, but we thought it was a lot of fun. As we know, the Mafia, we pride ourselves on getting under the skin of our enemies. And so we thought that, if we wanted to get an opinion of who's doing it the best job at that, we got to get someone from the other side that knows the Mafia in the wrong way, doesn't like us. So we dug deep in our Rolodex of contacts, and we were able to find USF great. Go ahead. What were you going to say, James?
I was going to say, would you consider this man to be the Joker to your Batman? To be the Lex Luthor to your Superman?
I actually have
a legendary battle on Twitter for you.
I have a yearly tradition. It's actually one of my favorite Thanksgiving traditions is after I'm food drunk on the couch, I get in this man's mentions before the Black Friday game, and it's a lot of fun. But we actually have USF great Matt Grothy coming on the show to give us a special award. Let's give Matt here a warm welcome.
Hey.
Oh, hey, there he is. Matt Grothy. What is up, my friend? Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we thought it'd be a lot of fun to have you on the show, and like we talked about, just kind of give us some overview of the rivalry over the years, because as fun as it is being in the Mafia, it's much more fun when you have someone to fight with. So, the first question I have before we get into this award that we want to give out is one that's personal to me. I want to ask you first, do you remember where you were on October 6th, 2007? And do you remember breaking my heart and where you were at that
time? Slightly. Yeah, it was a good day all around, obviously. Scored a lot of points and did some big things. You guys also had a good year that year, so kind of evened out.
Are you sorry at all? It was really egregious what you did to us. I think those wounds are still fresh. I just want you to know that it still hurts. It still hurts.
I'll never be sorry, especially after the following year with the whole phone number thing. But
oh my God, I forgot about that. That's famous moments in UCF Mafia history.
Yeah, slightly.
So my question for you, as I don't know if many people know this, but you were an Orlando Predators quarterback. You were signed on to play quarterback. So technically you fall into the pantheon of Orlando quarterbacks. So if we were to look at the list of greatest quarterbacks to play in Orlando, where do you think you'd put yourself among Orlando greats?
Ooh, that's a good question. I put Culpepper 1, Bortles 2, and then I don't know, maybe Leak 3, me 4.
Ooh, I like the Chris Leak slip in.
Over KZ. Wow.
KZ didn't get a chance to finish his out, or else I think he would be number 1.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
instead he's looking at you.
I like the take. I like the confidence. Orlando Predator legend Matt Grothe. That's how we're just going to remember you as. It'll soften the blow come Black Friday. So as we said, yes, the whole reason we have you on the show is we want to award you or give you the opportunity to tell us who's the most annoying UCF fan, because that means they're just doing a good job. So we want to give the floor to you here. We don't have a drum roll effect on here or anything, but I do think we would like you. Thank you, James, for the effects. But we would like you to give the award out for your most annoying UCF fan.
There's been a bunch over the years. I think a lot of people have come to the realization that it's all fun and games at the end of the year or whatever. It's a rivalry, so obviously there's going to be a lot of back and forth. But going after, looking at the bracket you guys going on or have going on, it would have to be the Landon dude. He just drives the wall.
Wow, that's breaking news here on Three Night Bender. The inaugural 2021 Most Annoying UCF Fan Award is given to Landon. He's already having a big tournament. Now it's just high in the pantheon of Mafia legend.
I've actually been following that a little bit. I guess he just knocked off a number 1 seed or something like that.
He did. He's on fire. The glass slipper might fit. Well, Matt, thanks for being a good sport and coming on the show. We want to give you the stage to give a shout out or just update us on what's going on in your life and what you're looking forward to, and just catch us up to speed on what's new in your life.
Just living a dream. Got a 4-year-old daughter. Working my ass off. Just trying to make a living for my family. So besides that, watching football, getting in Twitter wars every now and again with a couple of you guys, and then just having fun, enjoying it.
Well, again, thanks, Matt. We appreciate it. Just one final message before we send you off here.
I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you. I will talk to you on Black Friday per tradition. So thank you, Matt. We appreciate it.
Go Bulls.
See you, man. All right. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Speaking of, we have our next guest here ahead of schedule. Should we bring him in to accept the award?
Let's do it.
Well, we have the man of the hour, Landon, the most annoying UCF fan. What a time to be alive for you. Your life has just changed for the better for all of time.
That's completely unexpected.
What's going through your mind right now?
I thought it was going to be Titan Kane until you said USF. So I got the vote here.
So you were prepping for Titan Kane with the swag, and then you weren't expecting the growthy
I didn't know
shout
what
out.
this award was going to be. So.
This was very developing here. This happened very last minute, so we didn't really know either. But what kind of memes are you deploying on Growthy to win this award? I mean, out of all of the fan base, you're the most annoying. I don't know how, like.
It's rather impressive, really, because the depths of UCF annoyance runs deep. So for you to be top, that says a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even really put any memes towards him. I just always annoy him. So I never let it go.
You have an enemy in Growthy. You have an enemy in Danny now, who's just
Danny says I suck. But Danny, you already endorsed me this morning, so thanks for the votes.
I just feel like Danny's going through the stages of grief right now, and we kind of have to give her space, until she gets to that acceptance stage.
All right, I just had to knock off those two, so I'll make it a little bit easier for everybody else.
Yeah,
so,
well,
coming off a major victory of a #1 seed, who I thought, to be honest, might have been favored to take the whole tournament. With the showing like that, what kind of confidence are you riding in right now into this matchup with UCF Biggie in the Sweet 16, and how far do you think you can go?
I mean, I think it's about 50-50 right now. I kind of used everything I had in those first two in terms of so, we'll see.
I mean, speaking of throwing the kitchen sink, you're recruiting USF fans to vote for you. I mean, it's you're literally more busting everything out.
I tried to get Torello, but I figured that would backfire. So,
well, nice work, my friend. Well, good luck for the rest of the bracket. We'll talk to you in the group chat, I'm sure. But congratulations on your award. Please. Whatever happens in the bracket, you're a winner now for all eternity.
I feel like this is something that should now be in the Twitter bio.
I'm gonna go thank him for it right now.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks, Landon. We appreciate you. And we'll chat soon.
All right.
All right, man. What a time. So we're through our two guests. We have one more guest here before we get into the polls here. And it's our financial consultant. We wanted to bring in a different aspect into the show. And we had a lot of people that were really upset that they either didn't get selected or got knocked out. So, as a way to get people involved, we figured we would have kind of a donation competition on the side. So we wanted to bring in our main financial correspondent, who I think might be on the phone right now.
No, we last night we stopped the count way too late. I don't know what the fuck happened with Nick Pontius. I like how you just jump right into being upset for losing. I was teeing you up for your introduction. I mean, I just found out he was a dungeon member. He messaged me, and I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm Virginia in the tournament of 2018. I felt like I was a favorite. And I guess, my personality is a little too strong, especially since I shit on Dad Ball Dawkins and his recruiting and all those things. So, it's okay. I'm a recovering, athletic fan. So I'm all on the Gus bus. So I was hoping last minute vote, but unfortunately I did not. So
I hate to break to you, Chris, but you weren't a favorite, I don't think, at any point. But you gave it a good shot.
You gave it a great shot.
I did.
And your hair looks great.
I mean, it feels like I'm on Castaway just because it's like quarantine hair, and I'm just trying to make my life a lot easier in Queens. So I have my GMAT books right here. I've got Ric Flair in the middle, in between the two UCF helmets. I've got the Miami Heat. I know that a lot of fans that do tune in are Orlando Magic fans. I really feel bad for you guys, but at least I have UCF in my heart, and they're right over my shoulder every time I wake up. So
Chris, enough of this pish posh. Let's get into the dollar signs here.
Okay. Let's hit it.
So you've developed a tactic that works very well kind of crowdfunding on Twitter, and it gave us the idea to kind of do our little side action here. So for those that didn't make the bracket or those that got knocked out early that want a chance at competing, this competition is basically whoever just raises the most or gives the most money to UCF by the end of the tournament. So you're keeping track of that, and you're going to be kind of honchoing that up on Twitter. So give us an idea of like kind of how that works out and how you've been successful in the past raising money on Twitter.
I think it really came to be from that start of just like having my core little group of friends that helped out when I was just like, look, let's just start a donation train. It's like $5 fucking. Like, let's see what happens. Excuse my French, but then all of a sudden it just became more strategic in the sense that like, holy shit, like there's a lot of people in the Mafia that don't just talk, they actually do. So from that kind of standpoint, having Danny White and, team kind of like DM me after that exactly happened. They're like, look, we're going to do more stuff like this. Thanks for inspiring us. I was like, shoot, man, that's pretty big. So, just like trying to like drum up some interest, whether it's like through controversy or just getting people to, like instead of drinking your freaking Starbucks and having that beautiful, and it's delicious too, the strawberry frappuccino or whatever the hell, like, just put money towards Gus Malzahn and his, beautiful salesman type personality. You know what I mean? Like help him pay for those $120 Tommy Bahama shirts. He desperately needs to buy more. So, it's kind of like that. And, for what happened, obviously I would love to consider myself the treasurer of the Twitter Mafia in the sense that, I always want to have everybody donate. Nick Pontiff came out of left field and literally just like trounced me and saying that every single round that he does go forth, he would pay $50. Unfortunately, he did not make it through the second round, but we're still going to try to get everybody, especially Daniela. Maybe we could start an, what is it called? An OnlyFans or some shit like that. And, drum up the interest, get the Gus bus filled up and do some great stuff.
So currently, I believe as the donation board stands right now, you donated, I think 10, and I think Nick's probably up to $50 right now. And so is that, did we miss anything, or has anyone else been donating?
I don't know, but I know that JP Gilbert or whatever, he might be listening. He's a big fan of the Banneret. Maybe he would be a bigger fan of the 3-Night Bender if and when he does decide to listen. He's a lawyer, so I know that he could put his money where his mouth is. My favorite joke that came out of this week was against our favorite Emily Bannister, calling her a handrail just because her last name is Bannister. I have not recovered yet from that joke. I can only hope that he's as serious, as funny as is towards actually donating. So I'm looking forward to actually just like pegging on him for that. So we'll see, man. I mean, I'm number 2, Nick Pontiff, number 1. But I think that we could make a lot more money off this.
So yeah, this will all be written out on Twitter, and we'll put the verbiage out there. But just to recap, whoever, it's basically just straight up, whoever donates the most running total from now until the end of the bracket, whether you're in the tournament or not, you will be celebrated at the very end, along with the tournament champion and also Landon, who is our Matt Grothy Most Annoying UCF Fan Award. So we have 3 awards altogether to celebrate UCF fandom. They will all be celebrated together. And
I'll even put out there that the winner.
Cassidy wants to see the alcohol board, James. That just came in also. Very important.
We'll show here in a second. I'll say that eventually, I don't know when we're going to have it made, but we were supposed to have 3-Night Bender shirts made at some point in the near future. So whoever wins that challenge will get a free 3-Night Bender shirt. It might not be for another 3 years, but eventually when they're made and they're produced, I will mail it to that person that wins personally.
All right, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, UCF Bagman, for coming on. We look forward to seeing the results of this fundraiser and competition. And as our financial correspondent for a long time, we appreciate you being a part of the team. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'll see the rest of the show. Enjoy.
We'll chat. All right, man. So yes, we've given out the Matt Grothy Award. We have set up this, the Chris Salonia. There's the Booze House Bar board. Very nice.
Yeah,
And we have the Chris Salonia Bagman Salonia Field at Bright House Stadium or whatever the hell it's called award now, and obviously the tournament. So so there we go. Should we dive into some of these results right now and break it down?
Let's dive into the tournament where we're at right now. I'm quickly gonna refresh this. I'm sure it's coming up on the screen here in a second, but I'm just gonna see what
are you gonna show us some graphs?
Look at this graph.
That's the dumbest vine, and I've been wanting to play it for so long. It doesn't make sense ever. I don't care. Any excuse I have to play it.
So running through what we got going on in the bracket real quick. So currently we're looking at the bounce house region. We got good matchups here with UCF Probs versus Sidelines, fifth quarter versus UCF Stool. Looking at the current, this is the closest matchup I've seen UCF Probs have in a while. I mean, maybe Danny gave him a better run, but the fact that he's only winning by 11% against Sidelines is rather impressive. We got a very close one over here with fifth quarter.
That's a barn burner.
UCF Stool, who's the number 2 overall seed. So very, very impressive right there. Let's get the other one to go.
I think that, real quick, I think commenting on that, while you pull up the other bracket, I think that we really wanted to get these student run accounts and Stool and Sidelines to kind of battle with each other. And, so to finally have that, and I think it's really playing out in a cool way. And I said it also in the selection show, Probs was the OG version of that before Barstool was even around. So if you want to dethrone the king, you got to take him out early, right?
Absolutely.
That's the logic there, and I think that's a pretty fun region.
It's probably one of my favorite regions outside of this one right here in the additions, which is the bottom right corner of the bracket. So we can see here we just talked about big matchup between Landon and Biggie after knocking off the number 1 overall seed, and then we got Spooks Murphy versus JB Gilbert. So let's go down right here. We have a very tight matchup between our Cinderella, the inaugural winner of the Matt Grothy Most Annoying UCF Fan Award, currently losing by about a percentage to UCF Biggie, who I personally did not know myself until recently, but very cool guy, very funny guy. I'm very happy he's part of UCF Twitter Mafia. And then
I really just want a shotgun off. I feel cheated that we haven't had one yet.
I thought we were going to. I was mistaken. I'm sure everyone saw it. I posted prematurely on Twitter a notice that we were going to have a shotgun off between Emily Bannister and who was she going up against at the time? Was it Megan Turner? And I thought it was a 50-50 split. Apparently what we didn't realize is that the mobile version of Twitter does not show the percentages to a decimal. So I get a notification that it's a 50-50 tie, but it's actually a 49.5 to 50.5. And so I think
next year we should get rid of decimal scoring, and it just so that we choose violence right off the bat with this. Yeah, I'm saying it right now. New rule for next year. There's no decimal scoring. If it's even ballpark 50%, you're doing a shotgun off. Them's the breaks.
So then finally, we've been talking about this gentleman, a person who is very vocal on Twitter about being left out last year. JP Gilbert might have won my heart this season with just his antics, his memes.
He's out for blood. He's out for blood.
I have already noted him as the most savage UCF Twitter Mafia metter so far in this bracket. So very impressive run by him so far.
He's got Jordan Game 6 energy right now. He's just taking everything personally. Just in the true spirit of that meme in every way. He's killing it. Him and Landon are going to be an awesome matchup if that's what it boils down to.
So going up to the next region, we got the Johnny Park region, a great matchup between UCF Sports Info and Jan Britt. I lost last. I actually had a very, very sneaky tactic where I was going to wait until deep in the night like ninjas and then call in all of my reinforcements and while they were sleeping.
I saw that.
I was able to climb myself up from 18% up to 40%. So it was working to an extent, but I couldn't be happier to lose to someone like Jen and Britt. a great duo, and just great people, and love everything they're doing. So UCF Sports Info went as far as saying, "Don't even vote for me. Like, she deserves to kind of keep moving forward." So pretty awesome stuff there. That's a pretty good matchup right now. With what Jan
she's killing it,
doing at almost 67%. We can see that. I mean, she slaughtered in the first round, winning by over 90, being one of only 2 people to do that. And then we've got another great matchup between Tashe and Bede. And Bede took a lead real quick, and then the Tashe following just poured out. It was insane, and you can see the lead that he's taking now.
He's got like the Fox Sports Marlin guys behind his back now. So I mean, yeah, he's on fire. He's on a mission too. So that'll be an interesting matchup to look forward going forward. I still want to do my soiree with Tashe segment if he makes it far enough. So we'll see if he's got it.
I would argue that I think that one of the matchup I would look forward to the most going into a Final Four or a title would be Tashe up against JP Gilbert. Just simply from the memes alone would be unparalleled. And then finally, we got the last region, the Memory Mall region. We've got UCF Sports that won fairly handedly again against UCF SAC, and then we going up against by CA Simmons, and then you got Toribio and Ryan Bass. So looking at here, you can see UCF Sports, just a dominant powerhouse, basically the Kentucky of UCF Twitter Mafia when it comes to our bracket. And you got Ryan Bass, who, again, down early, but another one of my favorite players here that was a solid 3 seed working his way through. Looking, he might make a good solid Elite 8 to maybe even a Final Four run here.
Juan he had the Tampa Bay Rays tweeting at him.
He did.
How do you have that's our on the record our first professional sports team to throw their weight behind someone in the bracket, and he's still losing to Bass. So that just tells you how good Bass is at this. So yeah, and then yeah, I mean Hellwig's Hellwig, man. I mean, there's only so much you could do. He's a juggernaut. So
yeah, going up against Hellwig is like going. I experienced that last year where I thought that I was doing great after beating, just getting all the way to the Elite 8. And when I came up against Hellwig, it was basically like being, a random high school football team in Florida going up against the New England Patriots. It was just a smacking. He just wipes the floor with anybody he comes across.
Well, James, I think we got everything. We got some good interviews in. We got some side competitions started, and we're trucking right along through the Sweet 16. We'll have the Elite 8 tomorrow, and then we'll just keep it going right into the weekend, right?
We will. We got the Elite 8 tomorrow. We're going to take a day off to prepare for the Final Four. It looks like we're actually probably going to have the Final Four on Elite 8's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. So we will have the Final Four most likely on Friday. We're going to have a break up until the title game. So we'll do the title game on Sunday, have Saturday off for it so everyone can rest up and prepare themselves emotionally, physically, get their bodies ready for the final matchup. And then we'll have a recap show on Monday. So we're not going to do another show until Monday, but we'll recap the bracket, the title matchup, bring on the winner, present some awards, and go from there.
Awesome. Well, awesome show. Thanks, James. Appreciate it. And the bracket's been a lot of fun, man. And yeah, guys, from me and from Boozos, thanks for being a part of this. It's been a blast. And we'll talk to you on the Twitter sphere, man. See you guys there.
Have a good one.